So I got a running tracking watch or whatever a few vlogs ago. Wow, that is not great lighting, I'm sorry. A few vlogs ago, quite a few vlogs ago, it was like in November, maybe December, I had bought an Amazfit $40 fitness tracker that I wanted to use for my running, just to kind of like at a glance be able to see how my run is going. But as it turns out, you were not able to customize the like screen you were seeing and some other things that were sorely lacking. So I did return that watch, and it is still no by January for me, but kind of like need it quite urgently because I've started to train for my half marathon. So just got my Amazon order in, and I got this watch. This is a Garmin Forerunner 55. It's like one of the, not cheap, but one of the cheaper ones in the Garmin family. This one is $200. And I really wanted to get it now because it happened to be $20 off on Amazon for the white one. I'm going to try this out today actually, because like it's so difficult to be training for this half marathon if I don't have access to easily see my pace and my miles, I do kilometers, but pace, kilometers, duration, heart, like I need to see all of that. So lately I've just been like running with my phone and like unlocking my phone every time I want to see my stats, and it's just not a vibe. Thursdays I do like intervals, which means that I do like X amount of meters running at X amount of pace, and then like rest for 1 minute, and then like another interval. So like it's a lot of checking your watch, making sure you're sticking to the programmed pace and all of that. So it's really difficult to do something like that without a watch. So this is what it looks like. She looks beautiful, and it's smaller than I thought it would be, so that's honestly really great. And it's got like a silicone band, but I probably have to read some instruction manuals, which there are plenty of. I hate when the instruction manuals are really thick because that makes me feel like I have to like really study my product that I bought, but we're gonna do it. Mini Target grocery haul coming up. It's very mini, but I got some snacks for Hopper. Since I'm no longer in prep, I really want to make my water intake more fun. I typically just stay away from a lot of like sweeteners and stuff during prep because I don't want the bloat and stuff that might come with a like sugar-free sweetened drink, whatever. So I try to like stay away from it as much as possible. Obviously I still have like diet sodas and stuff in prep, but anyways, now that I'm no longer on prep and stuff, and even though I'm doing the 8-week challenge, you know, it's not as serious as a prep is. So I got these little like lemonade mix variety things. I got my Laughing Cow, which I always pair with my corn cakes. These are the best rice cakes that are not rice cakes because they're corn cakes in the world. The Lieber's brand, they exist in a number of stores, but Target has them, and oh my god, they're so good. They're like a little bit chewy and just delicious. That, and then I got normal shredded lettuce. And I also got like a fun salad mix variety. I never have the dressing in these, but I like that it comes with like fun other stuff. So it just like elevates your everyday salad, if you will. And I thought this looked so fun. So this is just like mini potatoes along with like a packet of spices, and you can just like microwave it. It has like microwave instructions. Super seasoned potatoes like this, really up my alley. I cannot wait to try this. Last but not least, I got some granola for my acai bowl that I'm gonna have later tonight. I put that recipe in one of my previous vlogs. I can link it here if I remember. It's a very basic prep friendly recipe, since I'm technically like a little bit of a in a bit of a diet mode right now, but I do want some granola to top off my acai bowl. So I got that and a couple of bananas for the ultimate acai experience. This week was like a little flip-flopped because Monday was off for MLK Day, and then I've also flip-flopped my training schedule because I don't know if I like this middle part. I'm gonna do that over, but I've flip-flopped my training schedule around a little bit to accommodate for my half marathon training. So in this vlog I will kind of show you guys how I've set up my new like fitness routine, or like what I do for the gym and the running and all of that stuff, because I do still prioritize obviously bodybuilding and building bigger muscles overall, but I also have this new goal of completing a half marathon, so I want to make sure that I train for both, but I also obviously have to recover from both, which led to me kind of needing to move some things around and see how that goes. And so far it's been going pretty well, and I feel really good in my body and I feel pretty recovered, although my Sunday long run was a little bit rough because I did legs on Saturday, but I just have to make sure that after my Saturday session I have a really chill day the rest of the day and like recover well, and maybe do some Epsom salt baths and stuff like that to make sure that I am in tip-top shape for my Sunday long run. Not much has changed in terms of my food and like what I eat, but I can still show you a couple of meals here and there. And as you know, or maybe you don't, but I am doing an 8-week challenge with my husband to drop a few pounds and get into the healthy habit of eating well, eating nutrition dense foods. I personally like to track my food to make sure that I'm getting enough of everything that I need, but also now that I'm in a slight deficit, I am just making sure that I'm hitting all of those macronutrient goals. Not doing a crazy diet by any means. I just want to drop a few pounds in these 8 weeks, and then we're gonna go back into a maintenance phase, or building phase rather, but just above maintenance calories, so that I can build muscle and obviously recover well as well. I just got ready for work, and here is my little guy. He is thriving in this cold weather. It is like 9 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like minus 12 Celsius or something. And personally, I feel like it's fucking cold, but he's a snow dog, so he really is thriving. I have been super duper obsessed with Rise coffee and creamer. Just like it doesn't even like taste like creamer. I can't, yeah. But I don't really, normally I drink all of my coffees black, and I started out drinking the Rise coffee black as well. But then I got this as like a gift or whatever from Rise. Not a gift, but it was like a package that I bought that contained this as well. And it's not like milk. It just gives it such a soft, slightly sweet flavor, and it really feels like I'm drinking a mixture of hot cocoa and coffee. It's so delicious. So I put 1 scoop of this creamer, then 1 scoop of the Rise coffee, and then I just pour hot water on top, and I have that instead of coffee. And I've been doing this now for a month, maybe 2 months, just to cut down on my caffeine intake, because with the Oura Ring especially, like, I'm realizing that if I have a lot of coffee, my stress levels never go down. Like, I'm just constantly stressed all day. So I've been trying to just have 1 cup of like normal coffee, sometimes 2 if I go into the office, and then 1 or 2 cups of this mushroom coffee, and then I sprinkle in some tea as well. And that's been going really well. I never have like energy dips throughout the day. I've just been really enjoying it. I feel like it was a sign. If you guys watched my show day vlog from Texas, I bought this shitty little like mushroom mug just to have something to drink out of the, like, coffee out of in the hotel. And it's like a nice sign that like I got into this like mushroom coffee addiction just a few months later. So I always drink my coffee out of this cute little mushroom mug, and then I have this stirrer spoon that Rice sent over to stir it in, and it's just so lovely. Here are my most recent books. First up, we have The Red Tent. I mentioned already that this is something that I would like never ever pick up on my own, because just the cover is not speaking to me at all. And I don't really know anything about it, but my friend said that I kind of had to read it and let her know what I thought. So it's complex for me to review it, because if I take myself out of the equation, I would probably give it a high score, like 4 out of 5 or something. But if I add myself into the equation and like the books that I like to read, it's a 0. Like, yeah. But I do still recognize that it was really well written. The story is really good. And like, I didn't hate reading it. I just don't like it for myself, because I like basic bitch books, you know what I mean? So if you're interested in like biblical times and like more historical way of writing and stuff, you would probably really enjoy this book. Next up is The Funny Story, or Funny Story by Emily Henry. I really enjoyed this book. I think I gave it like a 4 out of 5 or 3.5 out of 5. It's entertaining and it's kind of a page turner, but it's very predictable. I do recommend it. I thought it was nice. It was a good read. And then this one I was excited about. This is the follow-up to Something Borrowed. This is Something Blue. I was disappointed in it. The Something Borrowed book was way better than this one, but it wasn't like awful, and the like personal development of the main character was really great. And I did enjoy reading it, so like 3.5 out of 5 stars. And then this one. Now this I felt like was a Flowers for Algernon type book, but way better. I loved it. I gave it a 4.5 stars out of 5. It's very heavy and it's deep, but it's got a really good like development of the main character, and it's got a really good story. Dark, but really good story. So I really recommend this book. This is probably my favorite book out of the 4 that I just showed you. We are going back to the library today. I got a new lifting belt, and I'm so amazed that like both of my lifting belts fit in here, but I've had a journey with USPS lately. And so long story short, I had to go and pick my package up from USPS yesterday. Stood in line for 45 minutes, no big deal. And so I had to bring both my belts to the gym, and like both of them fit along with my knee sleeves and everything, and with my shaker. It's crazy. This bag just like keeps surprising me. This is the Wolfpack mini duffel that I've made a review on that I can link somewhere here. But anyway, so my old belt is from Gunsmith Fitness. I got it made in 2021. Right before I became a pro, I ordered this belt, and I was like, God, I'm fucking stupid for like ordering a custom like IFBB Pro belt when I'm not even like an IFBB Pro yet. But you know, I had a lot of like mental work and manifestation work during that time, leading up to when I won my pro card. So this was like kind of part of that, and I did end up winning my pro card and I got my belt. But anyway, this is what it looks like. It is just normal black on the outside, and then on the inside I have like a suede material with the Finnish flag, and then on this belt loop I have sisu. And it used to be gold details, but as you can see, they're a little bit worn out after almost 4 years of use. And it's very thick, as you can see. This is like, I don't know, 10 millimeters, I think it is. It's like super stiff, and sometimes like very stiff belts are not very comfortable to wear, and especially like in between sets I always have to loosen this belt because it's just so uncomfortable to wear it tightened. So I just wanted a belt that was thinner and more like floopy, that I could like wear throughout my entire session without discomfort. So I went with a thinner belt from Aesthetics, and I wanted a pink belt this time. So it's also like a custom made belt, but it was cheaper than the other one. And it's not like, this one is made like with thread, like it's been sewn into the fabric or whatever, the leather. So like this is not going anywhere. This is just like pressed on or whatever, but it is so cute. It's upside down, huh? But it's so cute. Look how adorable it is. I went with like a little bit of color, and that's it. Like it's just nothing else custom or anything on it, but it is so cute. I love it. And this one is much thinner. If you compare the thickness, as you can see, it's like almost halfway thinner. And I wore this yesterday during my entire leg day, and it was super duper comfortable. I loved it. So I think even like if or when inevitably this kind of wears off, I'll be ordering another one. I'm not gonna like stop wearing this. I'll probably wear this for like heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, and then this one just for other stuff. But I really loved it. So I did my squat with this, and I actually decided not to use my knee sleeves yesterday because I've done my nails, and I just did not want to deal with nails falling off when I pull these knee sleeves on, blah 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 blah. So I decided like, hey, let me just see how squat goes without using any sort of knee sleeves, because I feel like I tend to use them as a crutch. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not wearing knee sleeves, so I should probably like have a really low weight to protect my knees. But my knees kept feeling super good, so strong, and I'm wondering if it's because of my running that they are feeling so much better. Because like even when I'm walking down and upstairs and stuff right now, I can like feel zero discomfort, whereas like previously I've had quite a lot of discomfort walking up and down stairs and stuff. So I don't know, knock on wood, but like my knees felt so great. So I squatted 245 for 8 relatively easy reps yesterday without knee sleeves. So I think that is a knee sleeveless PR. So that was really nice. I'm obviously still gonna keep squatting in knee sleeves and stuff like that, but I might throw in like a sleeveless squat every now and then, just to kind of keep up the actual strength of my knees. I don't know, we'll see. But that was nice. That was a fun treat. It's lunchtime. Here's my lunch. Pretty boring, basic meal, if you will, but I have broccoli and 99% fat-free turkey with some sriracha here. And then in this bowl, where's the camera? In this bowl I have some oats with frozen strawberries and almond butter, and of course a sprinkle of salt on top. Honestly, I am finally, why is this light so bad? Finally in a place where I feel really healthy. I think it's a combination of many things, but I got my cycle back, as you saw in my previous vlog. Right at the end there, I shared that I got my cycle back. So that was just such a treat. And I've been having my mushroom coffee, and that makes me feel really good. And like, I think I shared loosely that I had like a little bit of like heart flutters and like arrhythmias. It was happening a lot the past like 6 months of 2024. So I kind of talked to my doctor about that as well, and we didn't really like reach any conclusion or anything like that, but that was part of the reason I wanted to cut down on caffeine, just to see like kind of if that would help. And I haven't had one in so long that when I had one yesterday randomly, I was like, oh, it's actually been like many weeks since I had one of these like arrhythmias, which I would like to thank my lessening of caffeine for that fact. So I feel like so good, so healthy, very just like in tune with my body, and I feel happy with how I'm looking for like this mini cut. Like I've only lost like a total of I think 4 pounds since we started on January 1st, but that's fine. It, you know, ebbs and flows a little bit, but I feel like whenever I look in the mirror, I feel really happy about it. I feel strong in the gym. My runs are going really great. And hey, do you want to come? He didn't really want to come, but now he's here. This is Carter, our first child. Yeah, I just feel very at peace with where I am in terms of my relationship with food too. Like, I don't really cutie pie. Yeah, things are really good now. Knock on wood. Tap on wood with your little paw. There's no wood around, but yeah. Today's Wednesday, and I will show you guys my training split fitness program, fitness routine, whatever, later. But today's Wednesday, and on Wednesdays I do my intervals. So you saw I got the Garmin, and I'm trying to figure out if I like it or not, because it's important to me that my watch syncs well with Strava and Runna, because Runna is what I use to get my like programming from, and I need my watch to sync to Runna so that I can use my watch while I do the training program that is assigned for me that day. So I've only used the Garmin for my long run on Sunday, and that was, I guess, fine, but I didn't use Runna for it. So today I'm using Runna, and I want to see if I start the program in the app on my phone, if it will sync to my watch, because that is super important to me. If it doesn't sync well and I just can't figure it out, I might just return that watch and get an Apple Watch. Ugh. I don't want to use it for, oh god, for anything other than running. So it feels like blah to just use like an Apple Watch for that. But I need the sync to be flawless. So yeah, I might be too picky, but that's just the way the cookie crumbled. So we'll see. I will keep you posted on how the Garmin is with the Runna sync with my intervals today. We have to bundle up because it is still only 18 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Sunny, but also windy. And the wind is what kicks my ass. It is so cold. The wind chill is just crazy. And that's coming from someone who grew up in Finland. It's just, yeah, very cold. Okay, this is such a momentous occasion. I have to share it. I've never ordered or gotten, like, bought Girl Scout cookies before, and now one of my coworkers is, like, his daughter is selling them. And oh my god, this is so American. I feel like I have to do this. This is a very big moment for me. I think I'm gonna do Thin Mints. I know my husband loves the Samoas, so I'll get him that. But like everything else, I have no idea what anything tastes like. This one sounds good. Toffee-tastic also sounds really good. This one looks good, but I don't know, is it dry? IDK. This is so exciting. Here is my pre-run meal. So we have sweet potato, we have some broccoli, obviously very nicely air fried and a little bit burnt, but that is the way we like it, and some shrimp. So this is my pre-run meal. All right, so here it is, my fitness routine that I've slightly changed now. So on Mondays, we are doing recovery, that is like stretching or rolling or light abs or whatever I want to do that day. Typically, it's kind of like a yoga flow like the one on the video that is actually from Texas a few years ago. But just so you get the idea, it's just like a recovery, active or non-active, whatever kind of I feel like doing that day. Could be completely seated as well. On Tuesdays, we are doing leg day. So that is typically heavy leg day. I do focus on full legs on Tuesdays, so glutes, hamstrings, and quads, and also a sprinkle of calves. On Wednesday, we are doing our shorter runs, which is typically nowadays intervals of some sort that Runna programs for me. Thursdays, we are doing another crazy heavy leg day, but this one is more focused on full glutes. So yeah, glute. On Friday, we're hitting upper body. So it's kind of like an all-around upper body, back, shoulders, biceps, triceps, but mostly back and shoulders. And on Saturdays, we are doing legs again. This one is also kind of full legs, but a little more emphasis on quads. So it's mostly glutes and quads for the Saturday legs, which is the last leg day of the week since I do 3. On Sunday is my long run day, so that is typically very long. And that's it. Whenever I run in like minus degree Celsius temperatures, so like below 30 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures, I always like hesitate when I get dressed because I really don't know what to wear, because I've been like way too overdressed, way too underdressed, and like it's just a dance, you know, it's a delicate dance. But I feel like I've figured it out. So like anytime it's below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, I kind of run with this. So first I have a base layer. This is a very shredded base layer. It was a little cat accident, like a claw, and then it was just flooping around, so I just cut it off. So it's like, you know, like Mean Girls when she like cuts on her bra, and that becomes like a trend. I'm hoping that'll catch on. So like the bra strap trend, you know what I mean? So far no takers, but let me know if you guys are loving this look. But anyway, this is just like a base layer that I have from TJ Maxx. As you can see, it's like a little bit fluffy, like fleece vibes. And then I have fleece lined leggings and fluffy socks. So that's my base layer. And then on top of that, I usually either put my puffer vest along with a long sleeve or just a long sleeve. I'm just gonna do a long sleeve today because I don't have a super long run. It's intervals, so I'll run my warm-up. I think it's like 1.6 kilometers, and then I have a few rounds of like hill intervals, up and down a hill, and then just a cool down jog after that. So it's like a 40-minute workout or something. So I'm just gonna wear this on top, which is like a fleece sweater. And to protect my little head, I use my very cute Amazon running headband. And I'll probably also put my Air Max Pro Max, whatever, the on-ear headphones. I'll put those on so that I can listen to my brother's Spotify playlist that he shared with me this morning. And then just very thin running gloves, also from Amazon. So that's my running outfit. And we'll test out the Garmin. I'm honestly super impressed with the battery life on this thing. It's got like that much left, and I haven't charged it a single time since I got it over a week ago. Granted, I just like leave it to the side laying on my desk whenever I'm not running. So I've used it, like it's been in use twice, but other than that, it's just been like laying, waiting for me to use it again. Sad, sounds sad, but anyway, and it's like barely drained any battery. So if today goes well with the Runna integration and stuff like that, I'll definitely keep it, because like the battery life being this amazing is superb. I think it looks really nice. It looks very sporty, and it's very snug on my wrist. Like it's very, yeah, and I like the little beeping it does. Like whenever I hit a kilometer, it'll tell me, hey, kilometer, nice job. And yeah, I'm just gonna hydrate a little bit now and go to the bathroom, because I hate when I go for a run and I'm like, damn, I have to pee. It sucks, especially if it's a long run. It really sucks. Okay, we are back. That was a very fun workout, and I decided I'm definitely keeping the Garmin watch. It synced really well to the Runna app, and the reason why I want it to be like so properly synced is because I am paying for the Runna subscription to create my like half marathon prep program, and it syncs to my calendar, and it gives you like a step-by-step like pace target, and like every week I do intervals, and like I really like it. So I wanted to really be able to utilize that in my training, and like it builds the training program for you, and it's supposed to be like syncable to your watch so that you can just do whatever your watch says, you know, and it'll like alert you if you're on pace or over pace or under pace target and whatever. So it was really important to me to find something that synced well with Runna, and obviously the Garmin, all of the Garmin watches are well loved by runners, and yeah, and I'm very happy with how it performed today. Definitely keeping it. So the Garmin Forerunner 55 is what I have, and as I mentioned, I don't wear it like 24/7, but you can if you want to like track sleep and everything. Like it does that, but since I have the Oura Ring, I don't need that. So I just lay it on my desk whenever I'm not using it, and the battery life has so far been like so good. So today on the agenda was hill intervals, and I don't know, like if I lived anywhere else, I would be really concerned as to like where I would find a hill that is like more than 1 minute of sprinting long, if you know what I mean. But around here where I live, like around Central Park, there are so many like steep, very long hills, like multiple minutes worth of running long hills. So I picked one of those, and it was just like intervals up and down that, and a 1.6 kilometer warm-up run or jog, and then a cool down jog as well. So we got 5.13 kilometers today. Obviously track everything on Strava. Add me on Strava if you're on Strava, because I am like really into Strava right now. I love, obviously if you saw my Oura Ring review, you are well aware that I love data. So this is just me nerding out about the data from the run that I just did, but it's not that serious. But anyway, I am super excited about the watch now. I was a little iffy about it like the past week because I couldn't get the sync to happen and stuff, but like now that I have it, I'm really excited about my half marathon training. So anyway, I'm gonna jump in the shower. I'm gonna have some post-workout meal and just have myself a cozy evening. I'm gonna brush Hopper and brush his teeth. We try to brush his teeth every day because dog dental work is not something I want to have to do or pay for. So we try to keep up with his toothbrushing and also his fur brushing because he's a fluffy guy. So this is it. This is lean ground turkey, some pickles, the Target potato thing that I showed you guys I bought from Target, and just a little bit of cauliflower. Also, if you guys are into unsweetened vanilla almond milk like I am, this one is only okay. And the Trader Joe's one is a little better, but the best one, if you haven't tried, you must, simply must try the Target, this one. It is so good, it is so creamy, it is just freaking divine.